Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The topic of our presentation today is talking about love, and our presentation is divided into three parts. Firstly, what's love? Secondly, kind of love, and lastly, when should we love? Why do we choose the topic? Love topic is a hot subject, and many people want to discuss. Love is written to many poems, and as Soldier Boys wrote, love is to somehow die inside, because when love may be lost love with more but reciprocal only little you don't love. So what's love? How do you think about this question?
Past 1. What's love? Before answer this question, I have a question for you. Have you ever fallen in one-sided love? Maybe you was moved because of someone, but difficult to tell just that you fell in love with him or her. You didn't know how to tell her or him about your emotion, and you was worried that your emotion won't be responded. I'm sure that you fell in one-sided love, whose skin post have written, I love you, yes love maybe has not extinguished in my heart, but hands may not equal thee. I do not want to make you sad. Recommended for those who are falling in one-sided love, that you should be brave to speak to her or him about your love. If you can do it, maybe you would have a beauty love. More than that, when you look back, you will never regret telling the church that I want you to know I love you all. Open yourself to others and dare to tell about your love. So, what's love? How do you think about this question? Can someone define the love? Doesn't anyone want to try? Now I will define it, and you raise your hand if you agree with. Okay? 1. Love is the feeling you get when you miss the right person. 2. Love is a joy you can create it. Let's focus on the words in another person. If you can do it easily, you will love easily. You can love almost anyone. 3. Love is you love one person as you love yourself. When you see your lover smile and happy, you feel very happy also, and you want to make your partner smile. 4. The more gift you give, the more you love. 5. Love is your heartbeat encouraging. When you miss one who changes the way your heart beats. 6. Love is more than the attention sharing. Empathy. 7. Love is look at the same direction. Maybe look at the third person. Both child belong with each other. Alright. Because when you are falling in love, you always look at the life via pink grass.
Hi everyone, my name is Lee. Now we're going to part 2, kinds of love. I don't want to tell you about kinds of love because it's so boring, I will tell you about a story that I have read when I prepared this presentation. There was a guy and a young girl fell in love, but the guy came from a poor family. The girl's parents weren't too happy, so young man decided to not only to court the girl but to court her family as well. In time, the parents saw that he was a good man and was worthy of their daughter's hand. But there was another problem. The man was a soldier. Soon Saul broke out and he was sent overseas for 1 year. The week before he left, the man knelt on his knee and asked his girl, "Will you marry me?" She wiped a tear and said yes, and they were engaged. They agreed that when he got back in 1 year, they would get married. But tragedy struck. A few days after he left, the girl had a major vehicular accident. It was a head-on collision. When he woke up in the hospital, he saw her father and her mother were crying. Immediately, she knew there was something wrong. She later found out that she suffered brain injury. The part of brain that controlled her face muscles was damaged. Her once lovely face was now disfigured. She cried as she saw herself in the mirror. "Yesterday I was beautiful. Today I'm a monster." And her body was also covered with so many ugly wounds. Right there and then, she decided to release her fiancé from their promise. She knew he couldn't want her anymore. She would forget about him and never see him again. For 1 year, the soldier wrote many letters, but she wouldn't answer. He phoned her many times, but she wouldn't return her calls. After 1 year, the mother walked into her room and announced, "He's back from the war." The girl shouted, "No, please don't tell me about him. Don't tell him about me. Don't tell him I'm here." The mother said, "He's getting married," and handed her a wedding invitation. The girl's heart sank. She knew she still loved him, but she had to forget him now. With great sadness, she opened the wedding invitation, and then he saw her name on it. Confused, she asked, "What is this?" That was when the young man entered her room with a bouquet of flowers. He knelt beside her and asked, "Will you marry me?" The girl covered her face with her hands and said, "I'm ugly." The man said, "Without your permission, your mother sent me your photos. When I saw that, I realized that nothing had changed. You're still the person I fell in love. You're still as beautiful as ever because I love you." So after this story, I think love is a special and complicated emotion which is quite difficult to understand. In spite of your appearance, let's just laugh, because love comes from the heart.
when we are mature, we'll fall in love with somebody. That is a very natural thing of psychological and physical development. But this make the parent very worried that their child will neglect the responsibility at school. In most surveys of the teenage love, parents always think that soon loving will spoil their children and be hard to accept. When asked why do they ban soon loving, the parents say that children are not mature enough to build yourself a true love. Sentiment moment is those temporary feelings and it can lead to a bad consequence. So what should we do? The first, absolutely not rebuke prohibition of child's love. The second, do not disparage love or girlfriend or boyfriend. You are in love. The third, uh, teach skill to handle sensitive situation. The fourth, do not carry children love compared to their learning. The fifth, not supporting or prohibiting. The sixth, talk to your children about sexual problem. The seventh, share with your children about love in the past. The eighth, do not bother when your children are being instead of banning by a violent way. Coming inside your children gently, like a trusted friend to help them through the difficult period. When love is hard to demand, broad opinion in instinctive behavior, and the parents have to be very skillful. We could not prevent the flow of river, but we may diverse to go in a difficult direction more peaceful